Rachel and welcome back once again to my channel. It's been a very crazy week and a half for me as this happened.
It's mommy, clap, clap, clap.
And it's been so great to be able to see so many friends come back to London and hang out and reminisce about our time at university together. Having a master's degree is something that feels absolutely amazing. It wasn't easy to do, but it's so rewarding at this stage. And I just want to take a second to congratulate anyone who has graduated recently, especially all of my friends from Goldsmiths. You may have seen on my social media, I have announced that I'm going to be coming up with a monthly series that's going to be geared towards those who are beginners at anything that has to do with the beauty world. I know that a lot of you guys have just started out with doing makeup and introducing yourself to beauty products. I figured that this would be a very good way for me to share a little bit of wisdom and knowledge with you guys. Now, this does not mean that I am a makeup artist and that I am a beauty guru by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel confident enough with my technique and the time that I've been playing around with makeup and all these beauty products that I feel that I could probably share a thing or two with you guys. So these videos are going to be designed to be in-depth tutorials to introduce you guys to maybe some new products or some makeup techniques down to what tools you should have in your kit. So hopefully you guys can learn something from this. And if you have any tips or suggestions for me, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I do read these constantly and this is a learning experience for myself as well. So if there's anything that you think that can make my makeup application so much better or a product that will completely turn my world around, feel free to share that with me. And I asked you guys what you wanted to see. You guys did respond, so thank you so much for that. And I am going to kickstart this series off with the first video being how to make your eyes look bigger and more alert. What I'm referring to is that doe eye effect where your eye looks completely open, you look very well rested, you look more alert, more awake, and this is pretty much just referring to opening up that eye area. As you can see, my eye makeup is not done. That I'm going to shoot on camera so you guys can see what technique I use, but I have done all of my face and I did prime my eyelids with a little bit of MAC paint pot in the color Rubenesque, and this is just going to serve as a primer so that anything that you put on your eyelid will last you all day, it will not crease, and it will not budge. If you don't have this product, do not worry. You guys can find so many alternatives out in the internet. And same thing goes for the brushes that I'm going to be showing you guys, as well as the eyeshadows that I'll be using for today's tutorial. So first things first, I'll show you guys the tools that you'll be using for this makeup tutorial. Here I'm holding up 4 brushes, but you don't absolutely need all 4 of these, and you also don't need to have the exact same brushes that I do. However, this is a line of brushes that is very affordable, and I've talked about them before on other videos that I've recorded. These are Zoeva brushes. They're really comparable to MAC brushes, but they're so much cheaper than them. So if that's something that you're interested in, maybe have a look at that. Just make sure that you use any eye brushes that you already have in your kit. There's no need to go out and buy any new ones. So these brushes all have a purpose in this tutorial, and I'll tell you what they are. The very first brush that you'll need is a shader brush, and this brush's purpose is for you to pack on color onto the moving part of your eyelid. The next brush you'll need is a nice fluffy crease brush, and it doesn't have to be tapered, but I would prefer for them to be tapered or dome shaped so that it fits perfectly on the crease area and you can carve out that crease. Especially good for people who have hooded eyes. I have a bit of a hood, but not too bad, so anyone who does have hooded eyes or has really small eyes and wants to carve out a crease, this brush is going to be absolutely amazing for that purpose. The next brush that you'll need is a blending brush. This brush is your best friend and probably the one that you'll use the most in your kit. Everyone needs at least 1 or 2 of these brushes because you are going to be using this to blend everything seamlessly and have that really flawless, beautiful effect on all of your makeup looks. So this is definitely an indispensable brush in your makeup collection, and this is a soft definer or blending brush. And the last brush that I'll be using for this tutorial, and like I said, it is completely optional, is a pencil brush. The only reason I'm using this is because I'm going to be using it on the bottom lash line to apply a little bit of color. Now, I know that this can close the eye off depending on how much product and what color product you use in the under eye area, but I'm going to be applying just a little bit of like light shades under there just so that I finish off the eye. I feel that it looks a little bit more polished when you do finish the under eye area to tie everything in with your eye makeup. But again, it is completely optional. You do not have to have this brush. You do not have to do the additional step that I will be, but if you're interested in having something a little bit more complete and polished, then definitely use a pencil brush. Next thing you're going to use is a mascara. Any mascara that you have in your kit is going to work, but I'm going to be using the Benefits They're Real. I ran out of the big bottle and all I have is the sample size, so I'm just going to be using this, but it's the same applicator, so everything, the formula and everything is going to be the exact same as that. I recommend this mascara if you want to have an extended and full eyelash look without having to wear falsies. And again, this is going to be super appropriate for like daytime and just making your eye look so much bigger and wider and awake. The next thing you'll be needing is your eyeshadows. Now we're going to need 4 in total for this look, and I know that it sounds a bit excessive, but I promise you every shadow color is going to serve a purpose for this look. One is going to be our transition shade, and that's what we're going to apply on our crease to kind of lay a foundation down that the other colors are going to blend into once you start blending everything out. The second is going to be your crease color. The third is going to be the color that you're going to pack onto your lid, and the fourth color is just a highlight, and that is going to go in the tear duct or inner corner of your eye and also underneath the brow bone. For this look, I'm going to be using my MAC eyeshadows. For those that have been asking, here is the completed palette. I have a nice range of colors and different finishes down here, and then all of these are mostly my neutrals. Again, I have some good mattes, I have some shimmers, different textures in there. But for this, I'm going to be staying on the neutral side. You do not need to have the exact same shades unless you want to, and in that case, I will list the name of the shadows below in the description bar. But if you have anything similar, feel free to use that as a substitute for these colors. The last product that you'll be using is some setting spray. I'm using MAC Fix Plus, but if you don't have this or any other setting spray, feel free to use some eye drops or maybe even dab a little bit of water onto your brush that you're going to be packing color onto your lid for. And the reason of this is because that's going to make the eyeshadow really come out and shine through with that pigmentation, and that is going to allow for your eye to look so much bigger, wider, and more alert. So at this point, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm going to do for this makeup look. Starting with the tapered blending brush, we're going to go ahead and take rice paper as our transition shade. With the tapered end, you're going to place that color on your crease and evenly distribute the color using windshield wiper motion, so moving it back and forth. Once you've laid down this color, you're going to go ahead and flatten your brush out just a little bit. Continue with the windshield wiper motions, and then you're also going to round off the ends. Using that same blending brush, we're going to go in with our crease color, which is in charcoal brown. So what I'm doing first is I'm going to lay that color right in the crease, right above the transition shade that we've already placed. Once you have distributed this color, you can go ahead and flatten your brush to bring the color a bit higher above your crease. This is going to help demarcate a crease area, and this is useful for anyone who has small eyes and wants to open them up or to define a crease. This will give an effect of having bigger and wider eyes. Now we're going to use our clean blending brush, and we're going to blend both of those colors together to make sure that there are no harsh lines on that crease. As you can see, I'm moving my brush in a windshield wiper motion, and all this means is I'm moving it back and forth, making sure that those colors are very, very well blended. I also towards the end like to round off the end of my eye, just because I like the flattering shape that it gives me, and because it helps me, since I have a bit of a hood over my eye, to kind of show you guys where my crease area is. This is very beneficial if you have hooded eyes or very small eyes, to kind of give your eye a little bit more depth and therefore making it seem bigger. At this point, you should start seeing some definition in that eye compared to the other eye that has no product on. Next, we're going to take our shader brush and we're going to wet it with a little bit of Fix Plus, and then we're going to go in with Expensive Pink, which is a nice pinky champagne color. You want to stick with something that's light and really shimmery, because that's what's going to give the appearance of your eye being larger. And make sure that when you go in with that color, you just pat it onto your eyelid. You don't want to use any swiping motion, because you don't want a lot of fallout to be on your eye. Once you have it really packed on, there's when you could kind of shade the rest of the eyelid in. And also make sure that you don't go above the lid, because you don't want to mix this color into your crease. Alright, using that original blending brush and a little bit more of charcoal brown, we're just going to blend those colors in and make sure that you still have a nice, clearly defined crease. I've said this many times before, blending is key in any eye look that you're doing to make it look flawless. I'm just gonna blend some more. Using my pencil brush, I'm going to dip this into the color Shroom, and I'm going to place this in the innermost corner of my eye, which is called the tear duct. I'm dabbing a little bit of that color on there, and I'm also going to swirl that brush around a bit, just so that it's not so stark white. And this placement is going to really open up that eye and make it look so much more alert, awake, and make you look well rested. We're also going to take this color and put it underneath the brow bone. This is going to really polish out your eyebrows, guys. It makes it look so much cleaner and ties in the look to give it a little bit of glow, making you look so refreshed. If you feel that that highlight is too strong, just blend that with your finger. With that same pencil brush, this is the additional step of where I took a little bit of charcoal brown and I'm going to put that under the lash line. I don't want to put too much product on there and make it too dark, because this can definitely close the eye, but because I want the look to look definitely polished, I'm going to take a little bit of that brown and also the color that we placed on the lid, which was Expensive Pink, and I'm going to blend those two colors together just to give a little bit more oomph to the bottom lash line. Now it's time for mascara, and I'm going to be using the Benefits They're Real. I'm going to take this product and I'm going to brush it and comb my lashes with it. This is going to help you guys see a lot more volume, a lot of separation in your lashes, and it really makes it look like you have false lashes on. I love this mascara. It's amazing for opening up those eyes. You're also going to place that on the bottom lash line as well. And there you have it, guys. Look at the difference in the eye that has nothing compared to the eye that, with a little bit of color placement, can definitely help open up those peepers.
Alright guys, that's everything that I had for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this in-depth tutorial of how to make your eyes so much more brighter, bigger, and more awake. Please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. 1, if you've learned something, and 2, if you think that you can implement any of these techniques into your everyday makeup routine. As always, do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss any of my upcoming videos, and let's be friends on social media. All of my information is linked down below in the description bar. If you decide to recreate these looks, do not forget to tag me into your pictures and use hashtag #WhatRachelSaid so that I can see your marvelous creations. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will catch you next video. Bye!